On today's video, I am going to be showing you all on how to move user story or any product backlog item, whether it's bug, tags, from the product backlog to the sprint backlog. If you missed my last video, I showed you all how to create a sprint. And now that we have the sprint, I'm going to be moving these product backlog items to the sprint backlog. So let's say now the PO did not prioritize the product backlog, and I'm going to show you all how to prioritize things and rank it. And this is something solely done by the product owner. And let's say looking at the priority tabs on the icon, and I see that that's a high priority. Based on the color code, that's a medium priority, and that's highest. And that's highest and is in the bottom of the backlog. So I click and drag and put it at the top of the backlog. Click and drag, put it at the top of the backlog. And this one that's also a high priority, I'm going to move that to the top of the backlog. And then now, if you notice, all the other ones are all saying medium priorities, which is saying medium. And the color code is telling me all of them are all medium. And this is a high, and the double red is the highest priority. So now that I have my stories, there are different ways how I can move like multiple stories to the sprint. I can do that all at once. I can also move it at a single ticket, one at a time. So let's say I want to move this one. So you click and drag it. So now that ticket have been pulled from the product backlog to the sprint backlog. And if like, oh my God, that's a mistake, I don't know what that story, then it's fine. You just click on it and put it back. So now that's back in. I put it back to the product backlog, but let's say now we already know that the topmost priorities, the 5 topmost priority tickets are the tickets we are planning to work on in this sprint that's starting. So instead of you dragging each one of them one at a time, we can hit Control, click on one of them. You see that's already highlighted by blue. And I hit Control and I highlight all the other ones I want. I highlight on them. And after I do highlight, and I'll click on the 3 dots that's showing me up here. And it's asking me, it's giving me options. Do I want to flag my ticket? Do I want to change the parent, which is the epic? Do I want to have them at the top of the backlog, the bottom of the backlog, or at the sprint one? But I want to have all these multiple stories. I want to have them in sprint one. So I'm just going to click it, sprint one. Voila. So you see at one, I'm able to move like multiple stories from the product backlog to the sprint backlog. So now that I have stories on my sprint backlog, you notice that this start sprint as highlighted. So these are the 5 next priority items we plan to start on in the next sprint. And these ones are not as priority based on what the PO stated. And this is what we're working on. So that's it for this video.